astronauts, we spoke with Dr. Vyacheslav Zaitsev of the Academy of Science. He called our attention to two prehistoric relics which simply cannot be explained by our present knowledge of history. The first is the skull of a bison which roamed the Siberian tundra 40,000 years ago. He was shot by a bullet. The proof is the hole. Ballistics experts have established that it could only have been pierced by a high-speed projectile, and that the beast was alive when killed, a shot fired 40,000 years ago.
¿Existe el fin del mundo? ¿Existe el fin del mundo?
Zoe Bruno and her family live on a farm that they believe is haunted. However, based on videos that Zoe has posted, viewers believe that it's not just haunted, but also cursed. In a recent video, Zoe shared that one of her pigs had given birth to a pair of baby pigs born with unusual deformities. Unfortunately, they were born dead. Now this was unlike anything the family has ever seen. Because of this, along with other strange occurrences, they believe that something very strange is happening on their farm. But then one night, the strangest thing was caught on camera. Zoe's sister was home alone when she heard weird noises coming from the pig stable outside. She began to record immediately. This is what was caught.
Hola chicos, estoy grabando este video porque mi papá y mi mamá se fueron a comprar una cosa en el almacén y mi hermano Seban está en la pieza, pero yo sentí relojado por acá. No sé qué está pasando, pero quiero tratar de grabar. ¡Ah! Miren eso. ¡Ah! ¡Ah!
If you look close enough, you can see what appears to be a face peeping from behind a wooden post. Whoever, or whatever this is definitely unsettling to look at. Naturally, Zoe's sister had reacted the way she did. She's alive and well, but mentally, she is not okay, for what she'd seen in the stable has left her traumatized. Until Zoe posts more footage, we won't know for sure what this was. But until then, this video remains a mystery. Brandy River has been experiencing strange activity at home. It isn't often the case that she's able to capture these odd occurrences on camera, but a few days ago, she was able to capture the following incident. Both Brandy and her sister were talking on the couch when they heard a strange noise come from one of the rooms. Her sister then decides to investigate the sound as Brandy records her. This is what she caught.
Girl, there ain't nothing back there, I'm telling you.
The light just went off.
Nothing back there, right?
There's nobody back here.
I told you. There's never... Oh my god! Oh my god!
Now on a different occasion, the same thing had happened, but this time, it was Brandy who checked out the noise. Now these two incidents are just one of many. However, on another occasion, something downright creepy was caught on camera. Brandy had just arrived from eating dinner with her children when she noticed that the light to the room was on. This is what was caught.
So, me and my kid just got back from eating dinner, and my bedroom light is on, which is strange because I don't remember leaving it on.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah, I want you. Oh my God. Somebody broke in.
There appears to be someone or something inside the bedroom. Eventually, Brandy goes inside and finds nobody in there. To this day, Brandy has no idea as to what she had seen, but given the other incidents, she thinks that this might be something paranormal. She has yet to post more videos on her situation. Until she does, these happenings will continue to go unexplained. As always, feel free to let me know what you think. The following video shows footage of a barbershop during business hours when suddenly all the barbers inside the shop encounter something beyond belief. Barber T had obtained this recording from the security camera inside the shop after experiencing this creepy encounter. Here's the footage that was posted by him, along with the text-to-speech voice explaining the video's events. Be sure to look closely for this one, as something else happens that a lot of viewers missed the first time. Take a look.
So we just realized the barbershop is haunted. I didn't notice the door moved at first. Pay attention to the door. It was all jokes and giggles until my boy John was super spooked, and so was I. The shop is for sale now if someone is interested.
A door all of a sudden opens on its own and then promptly closes itself seconds later. It continues to do this until stopping about a minute later. The barbers were left spooked, as seen on camera. Now something else happens in this video that you might have missed. At the start of the video, we see the door opening for the first time. It is around this time though that a transparent figure passes by the TV. Whatever this is, viewers believe that it may be responsible for the strange activity. But things were only getting started because what happens next is just downright creepy. An hour later, one of the barbers approaches the door when the following happens.
What you're about to see is some aggressive paranormal activity. I really didn't want to touch the door handle. Look at everyone's reaction. I pulled up the camera angle from the back room, and everything was thrown everywhere.
Like most viewers, Barber T doesn't know what to make of this. Now, it could be that a draft was responsible for the door's movement, but if that were the case, then the door would follow a somewhat consistent pattern of opening and closing. This isn't the case here, as it opens and closes as though someone or something is doing this. But, like always, it's up to you to decide as to what this might be. Ghost or not. Feel free to let me know what you think. The next video features a family of 3 who lives in a house that they believe is haunted. The family has experienced many strange occurrences inside this house, but out of all things encountered, there's one incident that is by far the creepiest. The following is the video they took. The video begins with the father of the family who's recording what appears to be a small pool for children. According to him, his son Rowan was playing with mom inside the pool when he points to the house and says that he could see a man in the window.
And right there in that room, that's where Rowan said that he saw a man inside there, and he sat in the pool right here, and he sat there staring up, and he said, "That's a man." And he kept looking in there and said, "There's a man in there." So
if no one had been inside, then who or what did Rowan see? Rowan's mother states that she was creeped out by her son's comment, but it's what happened later that day that creeped her out the most. After playing in the pool, they both go inside to dry up, when Rowan walks over to the dining room where the figure was seen and stares at something for a very long time. Unsure as to what he was seeing, she asked him if there was something there, to which he nodded and said, "I could see a man with big black hair." He then says that he looks like an airplane, which neither of his parents could understand. But then, after telling us this story, the father goes on to record his son and ask him more questions about this man.
hurt his brain? And then what happened? Did he say anything?
He hit his butt.
He hurt his butt?
Now it could be the case that he's just saying whatever comes to mind, as most children do. But what happens later in the video has left both parents baffled. This is what was caught.
Well, do you have anything else to add? He apparently sees a man in there.
That's a big man.
That's a big man?
The father captures footage of his son, who appears to be seeing something.
Is he there? What's he look like?
He's an airplane.
He always says that. He looks
like an airplane.
There's another man.
He's a black man.
He's a black man? Yeah, okay, he's a black man, right?
After giving another detail about the man, he walks over to the dining room and sits at the entrance. He then points to the corner and says that he could see the man standing right there. As you might have guessed, the parents can't help but think that their child has seen a ghost. Now it could be that their son has an overactive imagination and are therefore mistaking an imaginary friend for a ghost. Yet, the following day, the father makes a shocking discovery that may dispel this notion. Take a look.
Hi. I just wanted to say that this is the next day after Rowan's been telling us about that ghost that he saw, and we just realized he's been telling us a black man was in here with big hair, with big black hair, and he was in this room. And we didn't know, but we were looking around and we found out that this piece of little furniture, this thing my mom gave us, and we found it in the corner. It's called a unity carving. See? And it's carved from one piece of wood. And look at this that we found on it, and we didn't even know. But speaking of Ghana is in Africa. So this is, and we looked up, it's made from all one piece of wood. It's like this artistic thing that, it's like hard to make or whatever, and they probably get paid very little, which is why they're able to resell these for fairly cheap in the United States. But we think maybe the person who crafted it was the ghost or something, or connected to this, the person connected to this thing was the ghost. Okay, so we just thought I'd add that tidbit in. Okay.
What are your thoughts on this? Is the piece responsible for the man that Rowan sees? Or is it all due to an overactive imagination? Feel free to share what you think. Even more uneasy, what happens then has left him baffled. This is what he caught.
Aquí pueden observar dónde estaba el master bedroom, la habitación principal. Pueden ver que todavía hay cosas, pero pueden ver cómo rápidamente cogieron toda la ropa y se marcharon. Pueden ver ahí todas las perchas. Rápidamente sacaron toda la ropa, la cargaron en el coche y desaparecieron. Dejaron bastantes cosas detrás de ellos. Hay un olor extraño, como podrido, en este área de la casa. Este es el otro cuarto, pueden observar. Todavía hay cosas, pertenencias. Bastante raro. Ahora lo que vamos a hacer va a ser aquí en la pared. Hay unas marcas en la casa, en varias áreas. Es como serían marcas, uñas de alguien que ha raspado, o definitivamente son algo raro que están rayadas las paredes en varias áreas. Esta es la ok. Bueno, esta es la parte de arriba. Es extraño, la verdad. Este es el otro hay ruidos en la casa, puedo decir, hay ruidos. Ahí hay unos ruidos que estoy oyendo, unos clac, clac. Es muy extraño. Y esto es lo que es la casa. Estas personas estuvieron aquí viviendo unos 2-3 años y me llamaron, dijeron que la tuvieron que abandonar porque definitivamente algo raro estaba ocurriendo. Cuando abandonaron la casa, no la abandonaron a las 2 de la mañana, después de que ocurrió, según ellos, cosas muy raras. Pero bueno, yo he querido venir, grabar el vídeo y ver, un poquito, de todo lo que está ocurriendo en esta casa. Yo no creo, pero bueno, esta es la casa. Es muy, muy interesante. Y mejor me voy saliendo ya de la casa, pero otra vez, si necesitan comprar una casa, siempre miren el historial de las casas. Es muy importante, ¿ok?
The chair all of a sudden rocks on its own. It is at this moment that Santiago decides to leave the premises while trying to keep calm by talking more about the property. The sudden infestation of flies, ants, and other insects, plus the markings on the walls, as well as the foul odor throughout the home, have led viewers to believe that the house is haunted. And of course, the chair moving on its own was enough to convince them that something paranormal had occurred. But, as always, I'll leave it to you to come up with your own conclusion. Like with most videos, the question still remains: what exactly had been caught on camera?
Did we actually discover our planet? What if I told you that we just discovered 40%? Well, let me tell you how. According to scientific study published in 2022, 80% of our ocean's depths are still unexplored, while 65% of our planet are still unknown. The oceans, in particular, hold untold secrets and species yet to be discovered. From the deepest trenches to the most secluded forests, new species of creatures, ancient civilizations, and geological wonders are waiting to be found. Imagine stumbling upon an unknown ecosystem thriving in the depths, or uncovering ancient relics that rewrite our history books. The possibilities are endless, and the mysteries are covered. Have you heard of the Kraken? The Kraken legend has it that gigantic sea creatures known as Krakens dwell in the deep, with enormous tentacles that can drag entire ships and crews into the abyss. History says that there are some shipwrecked accidents that seem to be caused by the Kraken, but they are small and unproven. A while ago, there was a small exploratory dive near the Japanese coast. The diver was a Japanese animal scientist, Sonomi Kubodera, and he was able to see this creature in reality. Sonomi later said that the creature is amazing to the extent that it cannot be described, and it was actually filmed. Currently, the Discovery Channel and the Japanese authorities are preparing to produce documentary films. They will probably show videos of this creature and tell more information about it. Tell me what you think in the comments.